everyone, I'm Corey from City Wrestling Radio, and this is the Nor.Cal Wrestling Round-Up, where I'm here to talk about one thing, and that's independent wrestling in Northern California. We got a bunch of results from shows last week. We got a couple shows happening next week, not too many, just because, you know, Sunday is WrestleMania. Not a lot of shows like to compete with WrestleMania. A lot of people like to stay home, throw parties, throw watch parties. We might have a special announcement at the end of this show for City Wrestling Radio, so stay tuned. We might, we do. Stay tuned to the end of this episode for City Wrestling Radio's special announcement. And yeah, so let's not waste any time, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at CWR415, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you find us. Please go and look for us and just click that like button, because it really does help the show in any way, shape, or form. When you promote City Wrestling Radio and let your friends know about us, it makes us grow as an organization. And yeah, I don't know why I got all Macho Man on you, but let's get into results from last week. We started off in Oakland, California with Hood Slam and Arno Corpse presents Sexy Good Time Wrestle Show. Per every week, Hood Slam always takes place at the Oakland Metro Opera House. Our first match of the night was Arno Nugs, that's Coach Joey Nugs, coming out, the Golden Gig Champion, taking on Mr. Freeze from Gotham City, and Conan the Librarian. Coach Arno Nugs won with when he had Conan's sword and 3 strikes to Mr. Freeze, followed by a massive running elbow drop and the pin and the win. He's going on to defend his championship at Entertainia. Point at the sign. Next up, we have Stephen Begal. That was Big B versus John McClane, being played by Rob Hands. John McClane wins with a frog splash to the back of Stephen Begal with the pin and the win. After that, we have Rocky Balboa versus Frank Dew of Bloodsport fame. A crazy match, different styles, kickboxing versus boxing. Who will win? Rocky wins by TKO, and Dew doesn't get up from the 10 count. And Adrian was there. She put the American flag over Rocky. It was beautiful. Good on Rocky. You did it again, man. Adrian! I don't know why I did that. Next up, we have Bruce Lee, being played by Juice Lee, versus the T-100 Terminator, taking the shape of your demigod of death, Funny Bone. The Tree of Woe double stomp to Bruce Lee, double stomp to the back of Bruce Lee, and then a final double stomp to the chest of Bruce Lee for the pin and the win. The T-100 wins the match. And then our main event of the evening, it was the Twin Snake Plisskens, played by the Stoner Brothers, that's Rick Scott and Scott Rick, versus the Predators, that's El Chupi and D-Rogue, which started as a one-on-one match between Snake Plissken and Predator number 1, played by El Chupi, turned into a 2-on-1 handicap match when the Twin Snake Plissken came to the ring and started beating down on El Chupi. That's when Predator D-Rogue came out and helped his Predator buddy, El Chupi. Got a massive senton on either Rick Scott or Scott Rick. I don't know. They're pretty much twins. And yeah, they got the pin and the win for the main event of the evening. And then we go to Petaluma, California, where Phoenix Pro Wrestling kicked off with Aaron Sky defeating Patrick Fitzpatrick. Marcus Lewis defeated Funny Bone. Dave Dutra defeated Sin. Daniel Torch defeated Mike Shoup with Kimmy and Titus Alexander in a triple threat match. But guys, something happened after this match. PPW co-owner James Agus and Josh Drake came out to apologize to Just Zach for cutting his match short at the last show when he was trying to beat the Bad Boys for a title shot against Boyce the Grand. They apologized for that. To make it up to him, though, at the next show, Zach will be added to a 4-way ladder match with Torch, his partner in the Fallout Boys, Shoup, and Alexander at the next show to crown the first ever PPW Cruiserweight Champion. So we have the introduction of a new championship. I can't wait to see what that title looks like. Then we have the PPW Tag Team Champions. That's K&D. That's Kenna Murray and D-Rogue. Defeated Savage, Cliff Hendricks, and Captain Comic. Drake Frost and Jekyll's. Donovan called them the Freaks of Nature. Defeated the Honor Society, the team of Sir Samurai and Scott Robinson with Eliza Hammer. And the Kings of Luxury. That's Rick Luxury and Kenny K. When Frost pinned Samurai, it was a largely chaotic match with everyone going at it the whole time. Midway through, however, the Kings of Luxury formed a alliance with Sparky to beat down on Honor Society 4-on-2. So that's always fun. Then we have the main event, Boyce LeGrand, the PPW heavyweight champion, taking on Grizzly Call Jack and actually defeating Grizzly Call Jack. But Lucian kept interfering in the match. Marcus Lewis came out to run off Lucian Delight. Shortly thereafter, however, Boyce LeGrand won with a surprise roll-up on Grizzly Call Jack. So, shenanigans indeed, but he continues as the PPW champion. Hopefully, Grizzly Call Jack can come back and eventually get a clean, fair win, a fair match against Boyce LeGrand. Steel cage. I'm saying steel cage match, PPW. Let's do it. Justin, a fan of PPW, said, a really good show this time. We had all great matches. Marcus versus Funny Bone in particular. The announcement of the new title and the Gold Rush versus PPW War went into another level with the Kings of Luxury selling out. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Justin, for your comment. And yeah, so guys, go check out PPW when you can in Petaluma, California. We will keep you updated when they have shows coming up next time. And then we move on to last Saturday for Rumble in the Redwoods. This took place in Eureka, California. The first match of the night, this is a packed show. So we started off with the Rockin' Ricky Gibson versus Latino Blanco. We went to a time limit draw. Lacey Lace defeated Sunny Days, the NWA Pacific Northwest Ladies Champion. Lacey Lace defended her Lady Luck Championship. Johnny Cleaver defeated Johnny Paradise with an autopsy powerbomb in a grudge match. After the match, however, Johnny Cleaver calls out his partner Daniel Torch because he's not done fighting. He wants a tag match. So it's Johnny Cleaver and Daniel Torch versus Tommy Callis and the Lone Star Joe Pittman, which ended in a double countout. After that, we have Fire Rose defeated Andrea the Giant in a death finish, baby. Andrea came out with her manager, her insurance, Ricky Gibson. He said, I'm going to come down with you, baby. And Ricky Gibson turned on Andrea the Giant. Holding down her foot was Boyce LeGrand, so Fire Rose can get the pin and the win. So we'll see what happens after that. Maybe she'll get some retribution at the next Rumble in the Redwoods. Then we move on to our double main event. 4 Minutes of Heat defeated the World Powers in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The final point was awarded to 4 Minutes of Heat, though, due to referee stoppage, due to one of the members of the World Powers bleeding way too much, and they had to call it off for safety concerns for all the wrestlers. So they get the point. 4 Minutes of Heat wins. And then we have our main event. Brett Walters defeated Boyce LeGrand for a 2 out of 3 falls, 1 hour time limit lumberjack match to become your new Rumble in the Redwoods champion. I heard this was a really good match, very old school, and it's a lot of stipulations added to this match, which I think is very interesting. 2 out of 3 falls, lumberjack, 1 hour time limit. So it's interesting to see. I can't wait to see if this comes out on YouTube, just so we can check it out, guys. Like I said, like every other show, I will keep you updated with more Rumble in the Redwood shows as they come to my knowledge. So, and then we kicked it off with a show where I was at last week. That's All Pro Wrestling presents APW Uncensored in Daly City, California. Kicked off with JR Kratos defeating Papo Esco with Mike Miller. Unfortunately, after the match, Mike Miller says he always has a plan B, and Funny Bone, your demigod of death, attacked JR Kratos. And then we have Marcus Lewis, DJ Fresh, and Johnny Dynamo defeated Steven Trisaro and the Bad Boys with Lucian Delight. Brian Alvarez with Filthy Tom Lawler issued an open challenge, and we saw the return of War Pig Jody. War Pig Jody, he left APW, I believe, a couple years ago. Actually, when I first started coming to APW shows, and I believe he had some neck issues. I can't say for sure. I know he had some health issues that he couldn't keep wrestling in APW, but now he has made his return, and it's good to see him back. and because he has so much charisma, and I love to see that guy. I want to see where he goes from here on out. But he answers the open challenge to Bryan Alvarez, chops the hell out of Bryan Alvarez, and unfortunately, though, at the end of the match, Bryan Alvarez, there's a little bit of a death to finish, baby. Death to finish. He gets a low blow on War Pig Jody, and with the pin and the win. After the match, Lawler and Alvarez beat down on Jody a little bit. That's when Dave Dutra comes out for the save and challenges Tom Lawler to a match. So then we have Dave Dutra with War Pig Jody defeated Filthy Tom Lawler with Bryan Alvarez. It's a fun match. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy Dave Dutra. And Filthy Tom Lawler is the first time I've seen him live. Actually, the first time I've seen him or Bryan Alvarez live. Bryan Alvarez, like, I mean, I know everyone makes fun of him for being a little guy. He's not really that little. He's, an average-sized person. But, next to Filthy Tom Lawler, man, you look small next to him. And then we have what I think was match of the night. Jake Atlas defeated Shane Strickland with a somersault DDT. Guys, if you haven't checked out Jake Atlas, dude, check him out because he is probably going to be one of the top 10 wrestlers, I think, in the next 5 years in the Pro Wrestling Magazine, PWI, I believe. Because he is great, he's incredible, he is so athletic, and he's so charismatic. His match with Shane Strickland the other night, like I said, match of the night. Yeah. And then we have Ruby Reyes defeated Heather Monroe. Will Hobbs with APW boot camp student Charlie in his corner defeated Rick Luxury and Lucian D-Light and retained the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. All night Lucian D-Light was bullying APW boot camp member and ring crew member Charlie, pushing him around. And that's when Will Hobbs came out for this match. He said, "You're going to stand in my corner." And at the end of this match, Charlie gets a senton off the top rope to the outside to the Bad Boys and Lucian. And Will Hobbs eventually gets the pin on Rick Luxury and the win. And then we had Grizzly Call Jack and D-Row going over Steiker Gungaseki and Levi Shapiro with Brian Zane in their corner. And then we had our main event, the APW Universal Champion Jacob Fatu and the APW Tag Team Champions with Shane, Doc, Atrocity, defeated SCU, that's Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. It was good to see SCU in the house. I'm sorry, guys, I know. I heard rumors of other people showing up to the show. If you're mad at me for hinting that somebody could have showed up, I'm sorry. I was kind of, sorry. You know what? I'll put that on Meltzer because Meltzer was hinting at it too, so let's go from there. We do have some comments from the show. Cindy said, "I really enjoyed it a lot. Strickland versus Atlas steals the show." See? Cindy agrees with me. Juan said, "It was one of the better APW shows I've been to in a long time. Had a blast from beginning to end." That's great. Thank you, Juan. Jake from San Francisco says, "Not only did Strickland and Atlas steal the show, they put on one of the best matches I've seen in the APW ring. Also with the rising success of guys like Jeff Cobb, Jungle Boy, Jacob Fatu, the wrestling world should consider the Bay Area / Nor.Cal a breeding ground for amazing talent. We should all have our eyes on Jake Atlas, Marcus Lewis, Will Hobbs, Steven Tresaro, D-Row, Levi Shapiro, and Johnny Dynamo." So, I mean, absolutely, I agree with you, Jake. Nor.Cal Wrestling, I think, is one of the hotbeds for wrestling in this entire country. Because if you think of places like around this country where really has great wrestling, you think of LA, New York, Chicago, and San Francisco, because it's a place where wrestling is so rich in history. There's so many diehard, really loyal fans here, and people that just want to learn more about it. Tag team wrestling did start in San Francisco, California. Guys, look it up. The first tag team match ever in San Francisco, California. And then we have last Sunday in Yuba City, California, West Coast Wrestling Federation. Our opening match saw Sanders versus Eliza Hammer versus Scott Robertson. We saw Scott Robertson win via pinfall. And then we have an impromptu match, Chico Lopez versus Midas Creed. The winner via pinfall, Chico Lopez. And then our double main event, we have Hellbound Brandon Humphrey versus Zach Primetime Reeb. The winner of the match via pinfall is Zach Primetime Reeb. So I love doing that. And then we have Big Baby Powder versus the astonishing Nathan Brick. Winner via pinfall is the astonishing Nathan Brick. So congratulations, guys. I keep you posted with more West Coast Wrestling Federation shows when they come out. But guys, there's a few shows happening next week, including one special announcement I have at the end of the show. And then we kick off next week with a few shows starting tomorrow, April 4th, 2019, at El Toro Nightclub. That's 2470 San Bruno Avenue, San Francisco, California, for Wrestling for Charity presents SF Slam number 9. The Cold One AC continues his dark reign as the general manager of the El Toro division. Also featuring on this show, the Nightmare Sid versus Grizzly Call Jack, El Toro division champion Jerry Gigolo with Pollo De Mar in his corner versus Rick Luxury. The tag team champions, the Honor Society, will be there. Chicano Flame, Lacey Lace. Tickets, click the link down below. I believe they're $20 for general admission. I'll be there. So guys, check it out. Go see Wrestling for Charity. You're also helping a good cause because a portion of the profits are going to the Portola Neighborhood Association, and it helps out the city of San Francisco. It helps out the neighborhood, and yeah. And then we go on to Hood Slam presents Entertainia. I think the sign's right here, right? Yeah, the sign's right here. Entertainia. This is from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. 522 2nd Street, Oakland, California, 94607. If you want to write them a letter. This is going 9 years strong. Entertainia, number 9. This is real. This is Hood Slam. The Showcase of Immortals. The Showcase of Immortals. The Golden Gate champion, Joey Nuggs. I believe he's defending it in a fatal 4-way match. The East Bay. The best athlete in the East Bay with Golden Fanny Packs champion Big B defending his fanny packs against Richard Schneery. Falls Count Anywhere match. El Chupacabra versus Funny Bone. Juice Lee versus James C. Intergalactic Tag Team Championships on the line. The Caution versus The Squad. And then general admission tickets, $20. Check Eventbrite. Because this is Entertainia. This is Hood Slam's biggest show of the year. The Friday before. Because, I mean, guys, there's so much wrestling happening on-demand video this week. TakeOver, you could watch that later. You could watch that Saturday morning. G1 Special, you could watch that late, another time. There's live wrestling to be seen this week. You could watch it all later. Go check out Hood Slam for Entertainia. And then we go on for Saturday, April 5th, 2019. Virgil Flynn, Third Production, presents Fools Rush In. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know if that's a song. 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. 5731 Watt Avenue, Suite number 2 in North Highlands, California. Coach Joey Nuggs versus BBP. General admission tickets are $10 in advance on Eventbrite, but $15 at the door. Guys, save yourself the $5. Go to Eventbrite. Check it out. Guys, everyone in the Salinas and surrounding areas, go check out some Lucha Libre action Saturday night. And see some Lucha Libre action because it's can't miss. It's fun for the whole family. Go check it out. Tickets at the door. This is going to happen at 285 East Alisal, you see it below. Alisal Street, Salinas, California, 93901. I'm sorry, I'm a horrible pronouncer of words. Tickets at the door. And then we have Sunday. No actual live wrestling is happening, but guys, I think I could say this now. City Wrestling Radio and Piano Fight presents the WrestleMania Watch Party. This is happening at Piano Fight in San Francisco, 144 Taylor Street. Me, Michael Vergara, will be there hosting trivia, games. There's food there to buy, not for free. We ain't feeding you guys for free, but guys, come check out. There's really good food, drinks. WrestleMania will be on the big screen. Come down to Piano Fight to see the show of shows, the game of games, the showcase of mortals. Because, I mean, they can get hurt. It is free, but RSVP through Eventbrite. You can make donations that helps out a really good artist cause on there as well. Come check us out, because we're going to be there all day watching WrestleMania, eating good food, having good drinks, hanging with good people. And who knows who will stop by, you know? There could be some other surprises that we're going to have there. But guys, like I said, this is going to start during the pre-show. We will start showing at 2 p.m. and continue all the way up till after the main event. And it should be going to about 8:30? No, maybe it's going to be 8 hours. I would say 8:30, 8:30. So guys, yeah, WrestleMania is going to be a long one. But guys, like I said, come check us out. City Wrestling Radio and Piano Fight presents the WrestleMania Watch Party. Like I said, once again, 144 Taylor Street, San Francisco, California. Free, but RSVP on Eventbrite down below. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at CWR415, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let us know your comments of any of the shows you go to next week, and I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, don't forget. Oh, and we have a bunch of stuff coming off from City Wrestling Radio. Guys, don't let me forget. WrestleMania predictions tomorrow, Thursday. Me and Michael Vergara on video. You get to see his face too. You see my face every week. It's that. But you get to see his face too, and that's gonna be cool. It's his debut on YouTube, to the City Wrestling Radio YouTube channel. We also have takeover predictions. Go vote on our poll that we have on Twitter. To see who do you think's gonna walk out of NXT Takeover, because there's a lot of wrestling happening, guys. We need your interaction, and I should have some videos coming out later this week. You know, I hope to cover the G1 Supercard, Joey Janela's Spring Breaks Night 1 and 2, hopefully Bloodsport. But those are all on demand. You can watch those on demand. Go see live wrestling first, okay, guys? Like I said, at CWR415, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and have a good day. Bye.